Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Liam's Daily Reviews here at Northam's Haunted Book Factory. Today we're going to be talking about a book that I read well before I read anything by Stephen King, anything by Dean Koontz, Clive Barker, any of my favourite authors, but it most definitely got me into the genre. And this book is Peter Benchley's Jaws. Now, this book was made into a film by Steven Spielberg. It was Steven Spielberg's second film, and I think everyone in the world's seen it. This book was a bestseller. It was published just before the movie came out and was a big hit. I've read other stuff by Peter Benchley, The Beast and the Deep, and to be honest, I'm not that big a fan. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think that Peter Benchley was maybe a one-hit wonder. But his one hit was fantastic and world known. So it follows the story of Chief Brody, a New York police officer who moves to a small town off the coast of Massachusetts where a giant killer shark starts to terrorize the coast. Now, this cop is scared of the ocean, but he has to convince the town that they have to close the beaches before the 4th of July, and the mayor of the town hates this because that's what keeps the town alive, the summer dollars that come in from tourists that come to check out Amity's pristine beaches. So eventually he has to hire a shark killer named Quint, and him and an oceanographer named Matt Hooper go out on a boat called the Orca to the deep ocean where they have to battle this shark. Now, there are some subtle differences and some extreme differences from the book to the film. Now, there's a lot of sort of sordid, sleazy details in the book that Steven Spielberg kept out of his movie version, and I can tell why. The movie is an exciting adventure story, whereas the book's more of a dramatic thriller. I don't reckon it would have worked, and you wouldn't have cared about the characters as much had he have made a carbon copy of the book. So I think they both have their strong points. The book is way more realistic. The movie's just great fun. One of the main characters that you love in the movie actually is a jerk in the book, and what happens to him in the book isn't what happens to him in the movie. And I remember when I read that as a kid, it kind of blew me away that there was such a big difference about that character's fate, but I won't give that away in a spoiler. You'll probably know who I'm talking about if you've read it. And another huge big difference is the ending. Now, the ending, we've all seen the ending in the film. The cop on the sinking boat as it's going under the water and the shark's coming for him. Smile, you son of a... And he blows it up. Well, that doesn't happen in the book. In the book, right when you think something like that's about to happen, it just kind of ends. It's very anticlimactic. And you could argue Peter Benchley put that ending on there sort of to show the shark's biology and what happens and what a shark has to do to survive. But it's still really anticlimactic for such a fast-paced book. But I still recommend it. I think it's a fantastic read. It's a fantastic movie. And you should most definitely give it a go. So, apart from that, that's it. Today's review's over. Tomorrow, I don't actually know what I'm going to review. So, I'll give that some thought and I'll get back to you. But take care of one another. Read some good books. And happy Halloween.